Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. How you guys doing?
We're apparently having camera difficulties. There we go.
Okay, we're good. How you guys doing? It is Thursday. It is August 24th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. That's right. Another Thursday night to talk about all the fun matches, cool moments, great talk segments in the world of professional wrestling. And guiding you in this journey is me, Jose Casabona, your host. I'm also the host, the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of The Ravens Flock. And on behalf of everybody here on this channel, we appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in right now. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week. A man who has endured a cruel, cruel summer. One of my favorite songs from back in the day, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the Mister.
I mean, no joke. I was actually, after last night's episode of The Black Files, I actually went and looked up the song for my own time, and it was nice. It was really good.
Cool. Fantastic. You learned a little something about the members of the Ravens Flock bit by bit, folks, so definitely worthwhile here.
Absolutely. And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we have in our chat, and I know we've got plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are stepping up, letting everyone know that you believe in the Ravens Flock, that you want to see us succeed because you believe in our goals, and our goals are simple. Complete global saturation. No, wait, sorry. That's Angel's goal. I'm joking. No, our goal is to help bring the voiceless up and raise it up in the world of nerd and pop culture, and help those who have been downtrodden in this weird, bizarre little space, to let their voices be heard. You also get access to members first.
Yeah.
What's up?
Sorry, just to interrupt. Now, Juancho, come on. Global saturation, that's a little harsh.
That's Angels.
I prefer the term global localization.
That doesn't work. That term doesn't make sense.
It sounds provocative.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense.
I make it sense.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
It doesn't. Folks also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store. The link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your inputs, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your needs. But pray tell, Jose, what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. And yes, that's right, the same thing we do every night, Juancho. Try and take over the world!
We're Pinky and the brain, ba-da-ba-dum-bum.
All right, now before I touch on the subject, very important that we have to address before we continue. Yes, we are aware of the news of the really, really shitty news of the passing of Wyndham Rotunda, also known as WWE superstar Bray Wyatt. We will have more information, more details. We will address it on our main show, The Ravens Flock, this Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Indeed. This stuff had actually all come out in an excruciatingly quick amount of time, and no one was more shocked than we were when it came down to this. We were all very stunned, and everyone in the wrestling fandom and the wrestling community were struck by this by his tragic passing, as well as just yesterday the equally tragic passing of the WWE Hall of Famer and an incredible hardcore wrestler, the legendary Terry Funk.
Yes. But like I said, we'll have more details Saturday night. for now, we here in the Ravens Flock channel, we do extend our deepest condolences to the friends and family of both Terrence Funk and Wyndham Rotunda. In this,
why are you calling him Terrence?
Because that's his real name.
No, I'm like, I know, but like, why are you calling him Terrence? Does he owe you money? Is he late to your class, Jose?
That's his real name. It's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, but like Mr. Terrence Funk, you young man have detention. You want to give Terry Funk detention?
Damn it, Juancho. I'm trying to say something serious.
And I'm trying to help take the sting off of it a little bit.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, thank you for doing that. So now we're getting back into the fun mood of things. So yeah, no, we're just a couple days away from AEW's All In London, England at the Wembley Stadium. Holy shit! Yes, with ticket sales going well over 80,000 ticket sales for fans in attendance. It's historic. You know, we got to give credit where credit is due. Like, AEW is actually going to be making history this Sunday. And not just this Sunday, but also hosting back-to-back pay-per-views for the next Sunday for AEW All Out on September 3rd. How crazy is that?
It's incredible.
It's incredible and also ironic.
I love it. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I have no idea how they're going to follow all this up. And I also want to, like, as I was trying to say, Jose, since you did cut me off, actually, no, you didn't cut me off. I apologize. I do want to say hello to the folks in our chat. We got Nikki Bella, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, Miss Kim, and Aaron Cooper all in the chat so far. We also have D Nice Santi in the chat as well. Thank you all so much for joining us on Wrestle Rewind. But yeah, we're trying to be respectful as possible in the wake of the passing of both Wyndham Rotunda and Terry Funk.
Absolutely. All right, but you know what? Before we get to the AEW stuff, let's go ahead and start off with WWE. Juancho, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
We're going to start off by reviewing this year's annual TV special of NXT Heatwave.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here. I'm going to stop singing.
Yes,
because I'm not really actually trying to sing this song. I'm just pissing off Jose some.
For those who probably don't know, a little wrestling history, Heatwave was actually the name of a pay-per-view event hosted by Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW.
So this was an EC dub throwback?
If you want to call it that. I mean, there was nothing hardcore that happened, but
what?
I don't know. I guess someone in the upper brass of WWE thought, "Oh, hey, we have this little IP here. It says Heatwave. It's summertime. Why don't we use that?"
That's so bizarre.
I don't know, man. But anyways, before I get to the opening match, I just love how they had the opening video introducing it. They had, like, I don't have the picture, but they had, like, the NXT Tag Champions of Tony D'Angelo and Stax. They're in the pool. They're having fun, and they brought their family, and they brought all these, like...
They brought the familia.
They brought the familia. They brought all the women who are obviously trainees at the WWE Performance Center, including the daughter of Santino Marella, Ariana Grace. She was there.
Ariana Grace is there? What the heck, man? I thought she was already on, showing herself on TV and matches, no?
Oh, no, she was out on an injury, but right now she's there, and I guess she's like kayfabe, like part of the D'Angelo family. Of course, she's Stax's girlfriend, not just in storyline, but in real life.
How about that?
I know, right? Yes, hello, Shamanistic Unicorn. Thank you very much for joining us on Wrestle Rewind. All right, enough about all the gabagool crazy silliness at the pool.
Pop-a-da-poopy? No? No more? Beep-a-da-poopity-pop?
No, they were just there to introduce the show.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the opening match.
All right, and that is Oh Snap.
It's a one-on-one match, baby. A grudge match between, from the left, the Mad Dragon from Russia, Ilya Dragunov, versus Trick Williams, a man who has a chip on his shoulder, who's trying to prove to be his own man and not just the sidekick of Carmelo Hayes.
All right, so let's see how this cacophony started off.
Absolutely, both of these guys are great are great wrestlers, great strikers. Some intense back and forth action. It was stiff. It was awesome. Not just from Ilya Dragunov. I mean, that's to be expected. But Trick Williams, he was able to complement Dragunov's fighting style. Actually, at one point, rebounding from a power slam that was delivered from Dragunov. What's his face? Trick Williams was able to rebound by hitting a capoeira kick, knocking off Dragunov on his feet. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And as we progressed through the match, Trick Williams was actually getting the upper hand for a bit. He actually caught Dragunov in the air, hit him with a pop-up fastball punch, knocking him to the ground, which looks pretty sick. I love
Nice.
it. Indeed. And of course, Dragunov was able to regain his footing when they came back from commercial break. The fans of the Capitol Wrestling Center were on their feet for both of these guys. They were chanting for Trick. Yeah, no, the fans were actually chanting for Trick. So I guess that makes Ilya Dragunov by default, like in this match,
the heel for this match,
just for this match. Yeah, the de facto heel.
Okay, yeah, I don't see any issue with that, and I hope no one else does. It's more a matter of like, hey, there's they need to have some like, they need to have some sort of a balance. You can't cheer for both of the guys all the time.
Absolutely. And it looks like victory was well within Trick's grasp. He goes for the running knee, but Ilya Dragunov was able to kick out after 2. Dragunov was able to mount a comeback, and using his Russian strength, he wasn't able to hoist Trick Williams the first attempt, but he did it the second attempt in an incredible display of power. He powerbombed Trick Williams in the middle of the ring. Trick was able to kick out after 2, and then Dragunov had to go all the way to the second rope and knock out Trick Williams with a flying forearm to pin and win. Your winner, Ilya Dragunov.
Nice. All right. So, excellent showing, excellent start to the evening. Like you said, we had a goofy segment with what's his face with the Familia, but that being said, everybody came out with roses.
Absolutely. This is how you open up a TV special match, by throwing in a solid one-on-one match or a tag match, in this case a solid one-on-one match with 2 guys with different wrestling styles that complement each other, that are set to deliver a banger to get the fans frothing out of their mouths in excitement.
Oh, snap. Thank you. Also, Matthew Coburn made his way into the chat as well. Maurice LaMarche as the Brain was also Orson Welles on The Critic.
Yes, he was! I was binge watching The Critic all of the past couple of weeks.
Actually, it was just over the past week and a half.
Yeah, over the past week and a half. I was binge watching The Critic.
Rosebud frozen peas. You can really taste the penis. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? I'm out of here. Maybe I'll take a handful for the road. Incredible. Yes. Oh, what luck. There's a French fry that was stuck in my beard from earlier.
Thank you for that, Juancho. But unlike all the bad movies that Jay Sherman reviews, this match definitely didn't stink.
Fantastic. All right. Good way to start the show. Good way to start the evening. I can dig it. What do we have next?
Next, we have the exciting match of the night, and this was building up for weeks now. It's a mixed tag match, playa.
Holla, holla!
The teams of... Representing the Judgment Day, we have the WWE Women's World Champion, Monday Night Mommy, or as I like to call her, Main Event Mommy, Rhea Ripley, and teaming with the NXT North American Champion, Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, against the team of Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria.
Holy crap. Okay, so, putting it simply, Dragon Lee was basically picked on by both Dominic and Rhea Ripley earlier when as Dominic was asserting his strength as the North American champion. Meanwhile, Lyra Valkyria had her own piece of issues with Dommy Mommy Rhea Ripley, namely because she didn't want she realized that Rhea Ripley was trying to manipulate her into becoming a future goon.
Exactly.
And she wasn't going to do it. Also, Matthew Comer can do his voice a little bit. And yeah, Tam, this was an exciting match as well.
Yeah.
Jose, regale us, please.
No, and Juan does have a point. Whereas Rhea Ripley sees it as endorsement, Lyra Valkyria can clearly see the strings from the puppet master. But that being said, this mixed tag match was definitely a lot of fun. I think Rhea Ripley and Lyra Valkyria got a little more mat time, a little more screen time during this match. And if their first encounter was great, but this second encounter where there's actual more fire between the two, that just brought a whole new level of intensity. And Lyra Valkyria definitely brought the fight to Rhea Ripley.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, early on in the match, of course, Dragon Lee was was ragdolling Dominic Mysterio around before Dom got the tag in to Rhea, as expected, because well, who else are you going to fall back on, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
But that being said, getting back to this, yeah, no, and then Rhea Ripley, when they came back from commercial break, Rhea Ripley with an incredible show of strength, like she kept Lyra Valkyria grounded, and at one point she did this really cool like transition move. She set up Lyra Valkyria. It looks like she was going for a power bomb, but then transitioned into a delayed vertical suplex, leveling Lyra Valkyria in the middle of the ring. I thought that was an incredible show of strength.
Nice.
It was really good. She was trying to go for the second attempt, but then Lyra Valkyria was able to counter and then hit a combination of strikes, elbow hits, back chops, double palm strikes right in the guts. You love to see that. And she also knocked out Rhea Ripley with her spinning heel kick, her trademark spinning heel kick.
Very nice.
Yeah. And Rhea Ripley, the women's world champion, dazed and confused, she was able to tag in Dominic Mysterio.
She dazed and confused Dummy Mommy. How could she? How dare she?
Dominic
The
Mysterio.
nerve.
Yeah, I know. Dominic Mysterio was able to get the tag. Dragon Lee got the hot tag, and from then on, it was.
Don't worry, Mommy. I will save you.
Dragon Lee. Yeah, I know, right? No, and Dragon Lee went in at 100 miles an hour against Dominic Mysterio. Early on in the match, he countered a 619 from Dominic Mysterio.
Ow.
Oh yeah, that was early on, but over here, like he kept the offense going and planted Dominic Mysterio with a sit-out power bomb, but only for Rhea Ripley to break up the 3 count. The action continued, and things were looking dire for the baby faces of Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria until, as Dragon Lee and Mysterio were in the ring, Rhea Ripley was about to cheat, and then with the referee's back turned, out comes the WWE superstar Raquel Rodriguez.
Whoa! Raquel made her way over here from SmackDown?
That's right.
What
She
the
made her
hell,
way
man?
from SmackDown. She's got a grudge. Well, she's now drafted to Raw, and she's got a she's got a bone to pick with Rhea Ripley.
I mean, how many times have Raquel Rodriguez had her or her best buddy slash tag team buddy, partner, Liv Morgan, had their asses whipped by Rhea Ripley in the past, individually and collectively? I'll tell you how many, more than I can count. I'll tell you how many as well. Not enough.
Not enough.
Giggity.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. But and so with Rhea Ripley now out of the picture, Dragon Lee was able to hit his signature move to pin and win. Your winners, Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria.
Ha!
That now,
Hot fucking damn.
how is that for an endorsement?
I love it. I love it. That's an excellent way to get this to get this match off. Yeah, it takes interference, but you know what? At the same time, fuck them.
Exactly.
The Judgment Day are getting their asses whipped, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be prouder.
Exactly. You know what? I've said nothing but positive things about the wrestling work with Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria. Albeit their promo segment last week wasn't exactly, up to par, but they made up for it with this in-ring action.
Yeah, let's not lie over here. The whole cross-cultural mixed language thing, your mileage may vary. It depends on who's on the other sides of these things.
But it's okay. They had a banger of a tag match, so they get a pass.
We can say that.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, no one's watching on our kick?
Oh, come on, people. Let's kick it up a little bit.
Come on, guys. You know we could do this. All right, let's see what we got in the chat right now.
Let's see. Liv has a new look. Sasona?
Sasona.
What do you mean Sasona? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know what a Sasona is, but I do want to touch on a little bit on Raquel Gonzalez because right now, in terms of win-loss records against Rhea Ripley, she has a win over Rhea Ripley at NXT New Year's Evil in 2021 from a last man standing match, which was Rhea Ripley's last match on NXT.
That's right. That was right before she made her way up to the main roster.
That's right. Raquel is the one that sent her packing.
Ah, nice.
So, yeah, no. If they were to have us, and they're set to square off for the WWE Women's World title at WWE's Payback.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Hang on a minute. I need to check my calendar. It's calendar time. Calendar time for Joey. I need to find out when is WWE Payback.
Okay, go ahead and find out.
This will only take me a minute, folks.
Live research, courtesy of the Ravens flock.
WWE Payback 2023 is scheduled to take place on, Saturday, September 2nd. Holy shit!
Okay, so that's it. What, next Saturday?
That is next Saturday, and we are definitely going to be reviewing the main event for Payback. All right. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So
all right.
Let's go ahead and get to the exciting segment of the night, and it's an in-ring segment featuring the NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton.
All right. So what did the pretty pink princess of NXT have to say to regale us with? Also, freaking God dang it, Matthew Cobra with the Orson Welles. Ms. Pell's fish sticks. They're even better raw. Yes!
Oh my goodness. Well, it started off as just a segment with her just parading around and bragging and boasting of her dominance in the NXT Women's Division and how she really doesn't care who challenges her for the NXT Women's Championship because she is the unbeatable champion in her own mind.
Nobody can beat me.
But just to remind her that she's not on an island on herself, and also to knock her down a couple of pegs, we have all the NXT women standing in a row.
Stop ripping other people off,
From left to right, we have the girl on the mic is Roxanne Perez.
Next to her, we have what's her favorite? It's Blair Davenport.
Yep, the girl in the pink shirt is Kiana James, and of course, the fire red-haired girl is one of my favorites, Gigi Dolan.
Who's she dating again? Who's a complete jackass? Remind me, who the hell has she got? I'm sorry?
Zachary Wentz, Nash Carter, the Nazi that got fired from WWE.
Oh, God, you're right.
Thanks for reopening that, Juancho.
I have to, Jose. If I don't ground you in the reality that people that just because someone's hot doesn't mean they don't make stupid-ass decisions, then you'll wind up deluding yourself, dear brother. I can't let that happen.
Hey, I said she's hot. I never said that she was bright.
I never said that she wasn't bright.
Okay,
but
I never said that.
I am heavily implying that you want her. But I digress.
Anyways, so yeah, each one of the competitors have staked their claim to challenging for the NXT Women's Championship, and then we get our most enjoyed of all wrestling traditions, a Pier 6 brawl. Wait! Or is it a Pier 5 brawl? Because there's 5 women. Yeah, is it Pier 5 or still Pier 6 one?
Let's just keep it Pier 6 brawl. I'm not up to changing the lyrics on it.
Okay, let's do it. Pier 6 brawl! 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 Yay! It was awesome. It was great. And in a backstage interview with Mackenzie Mitchell, Tiffany Stratton has revealed that on next week's edition of NXT, there will be a fatal 4-way match between Gigi Dolan, Roxanne Perez, Blair Davenport, and Kiana James, and whoever wins will become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's title.
All right, so that's sweet, simple, to the point. Every single one of these chicks want a shot at the championship.
And more importantly, it's different stories that are now interwoven into one. Gigi Dolan has a grudge rivalry against Kiana James. Because she's trying to expose Kiana James for living a lie and to expose her for who she truly is. And Blair Davenport has a rivalry with Roxanne Perez, even though I think they clearly they haven't put it to. I thought they put it to bed at the Great American Bash, but clearly that's not the case.
Oh no! Blair Davenport was not happy with that.
So yeah, multiple stories all wrapped up, which will come and all roads lead to the NXT Women's title.
I mean, you're going to have to watch yourself for speed bumps over there along the way.
You dork.
Boobies, anyway.
You're an idiot, Juan.
Yes, I am.
And you call me horny.
I never said I wasn't.
All right.
I'm just calling you out for not owning it.
All right. Now let's get to the match of the night.
Let's not forget, folks, just because they're hot doesn't mean they can all hit home runs.
Exactly. Thank you. All right. Unfortunately, this wrestling match didn't exactly hit a real home run. It's a one-on-one match between Ivy Nile versus Ava Raine, representing Schism.
Okay, what?
All right, so for the past couple of weeks, Schism has been on, how do I put this delicately? They've been on a tailspin. They've been going back and forth because apparently they have saboteurs within their cult that are trying to disrupt their family, disrupt their way of things. And
which is what exactly? What are they trying to do? They're not even doing anything over here.
They've apparently been taunted by the Diamond Mine, who, to keep the WWE continuity, they were beaten on their way out of NXT by Schism a couple of weeks ago. I would say a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a month ago.
And for the past couple weeks, it's very heavily implied that the Creed brothers themselves have been disguising themselves as members of the little culty folks of Schism.
Allegedly.
To sabotage them in matches.
Allegedly sabotage their matches.
And apparently D-Nice can't human. It's okay. I'm good. Relaxing after doing some laundry. Again, just came back from around San Diego.
No,
right,
you're
cool.
good. It's okay.
No, it's she's talking to Tam Tam.
Oh, okay.
They're just talking to her. So I'm like,
all right.
Wait, what? Why can't she human?
So getting back into this match. So yeah, this match really didn't last long. Ava Raine clearly has some improvement that she needs to do in the ring. She's she's really green, and I could see why they cut this match short just to protect Ava Raine.
Make sure that she doesn't look as clumsy in the ring as she's been as it's been led to believe.
Yeah. So Ivy Nile was able to fight back, hitting a series of Taekwondo roundhouse kicks to overwhelm Ava Raine. Ava Raine at one point hoisted Ivy Nile over her shoulders. Ivy was able to counter and transition into a dragon sleeper hold, forcing Ava Raine to tap out. So your winner by submission, Ivy Nile.
God dang it!
But unfortunately, the celebration didn't last long, because after the match, the entire group of the Schism Creepers surrounded the whole ring, and Ivy Nile was trying to fight back to fight off against the Horde. And then two members of the Schism Creepers grabbed Ava Raine and escorted her out of the ring, out of the arena.
Well, they what, as in they escorted her from safety, or did they abduct her, or what?
They escorted her to protect her for safety. Oh no, trust me, this is gonna get bad.
You mean it's not bad already?
It's not bad already. It's only gonna get worse, Juancho, as we cleverly segue into the bad segment of the night.
And I can't help but agree with D-Nice and Nikki Bella. As green as Ava Raine is in the ring, in her ring work, that red hair is something to behold.
Indeed. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to save her from this segment because...
Oh, God!
Oh, no! What turned out to be alleged is actually true. The Creed brothers were infiltrating the Schism the whole time!
We know that. We've been known that.
Note the lack of surprise.
Come over there with that.
So the Creed brothers are back, big shock, and they challenge the Schism to another tag team match next week. Except this time there are actual stakes. Number one, it's gonna be a steel cage match, and number two, if the Creed brothers win, they are reinstated in NXT.
Oh shit.
But, I feel like this segment was so damn clunky. The match was clunky, but the segment was bad because, wait a minute, the Creed brothers are supposed to be the good guys, and they're pulling this shit? What
the hell?
Yeah, guys,
it's so bizarre.
Yeah, I know. They're supposed to be, goody two-shoe good guys, but they're over here, I guess, disguising themselves as Schism Creepers to get one over the gang. And now they've kidnapped Ava Raine.
So I was right. You were abducting her.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was right all along. How could you?
No. No, on the surface, it looked like they were escorting her to safety, but of course they didn't escort her to safety. They kidnapped her.
Oh, good God.
There are heroes, Juan!
Oh, my Lord.
Because that's what heroes do. Oh, God. This whole thing is bad.
You see this bottle of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar? I'm going to drink this angrily at you now.
D-Nice has the right reaction.
Good God.
But you know what?
I'll show you the right reaction to this. Because this shit don't make no sense. The slurs over here.
Oh, don't worry, Juancho. You're gonna throw more slurs a little bit later. What's up?
Also, snap! I can't believe it. We have let's see, M5 Lucky on the kick stream over here. How's it going, M5 Lucky? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Got you on the follow. I'm on the road to 75.
All right, I'll be. Well,
allow us to repay the favor in kind. Boom shakalaka. There you go.
Hells yeah, definitely. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's we pay back and we also pay it forward. If there's any other nerd content creators out there, we'll follow them too. That being said,
indeed. So yep, we're live right now, and we just followed you back over here, M5 Lucky. We hope that you stick around. We appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, now let's get to the main event. It's a one-on-one match between the challenger on the right, Wesley, going one-on-one against Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship.
Hot damn! All right, nice. Okay, so like no kidding, they stepped up with this event, and they don't call it Heatwave for nothing. This is a hot match.
This is a hot match, and we got to give props because this is also history making. Because
how so?
This is the first time in NXT history. And they actually pointed it out on commentary, so don't give me flack for this, that two African-American wrestlers are competing for the NXT Championship for the first time.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, they pointed it out in commentary. I wasn't thinking that until they said
they just pointed it out one time, and we didn't have Booker T bumbling all over that for the entirety of the show, because I swear to God.
He didn't stumble it for the entirety of the show. But he did stumble for a minute by bringing up, oh yeah, we got a history of all the different African-American champions. We got Ron Simmons winning the first world title. We got, he mentioned something else, I forgot. Something about...
Himself?
No.
I don't know.
No, he
Booker
didn't.
T being a five-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Surprisingly, he didn't mention that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I know, right? That is so weird.
In the one instance where you would imagine that Booker T would bring that up and it would make sense, he doesn't bring it up.
He's weird, man.
How the hell does this man function? How does he fail at one of the easiest self-flag-leaning plugs that he could do? Oh, God damn it, Booker.
I swear, man, he's got to take a break from all those spinneroonies. It's messing with his head.
It's messing with his head. Tam saying, I'm okay. I had to move and experience a lot of loss, but my pets and I are safe now. We're glad that you're safe over here, Tam. We hope that you're all right. I got a new car. Haven't really wanted to drive since last October. Someone took a shortcut on the railroad tracks and totaled my car. Even walking across the tracks was weird for a while. I understand completely. But we got a 2016, and funny thing, my last three vehicles have been 2016s. Guess that's my year. I know the Hyundai Accord saved my life last year. Not home yet. I hope to find a real home for us before Christmas. Thank you for asking. It's been been a very tough year for me.
Well, I'm just glad that you are safe. Finding a place to call home is definitely taxing mentally on all levels. So.
Believe me when I say we have friends and relatives very close to us here at the Ravens flock.
And we have personal experience in those type of matters as well.
And we know what it's like to have to deal with like struggling in order to find a permanent place to call home, especially when you have people depending on you, or in your case, your pets depending on you as well,
Yes.
who are even more precious, and it's much more important to give them somewhere safe to stay. So Tam, we hope that you're safe, and you're in our hearts, you're in our thoughts over here, okay?
Yes, indeed. Now let's get over to the main event. This was a banger of a match. Both of these competitors brought their A game in a hard way. Wesley and Carmelo Hayes are exchanging back and forth strikes, back and forth high flying moves. They had this really incredible spot where where Carmelo Hayes actually does a springboard moonsault DDT onto Wesley, and they both crashed through the announce table.
Holy shit, that's so awesome.
That is pretty awesome, and the action continued in the ring. When they got back after that cool spot, both these men were able to get back into the ring. Wesley was able to mount a comeback. He was able to hit Carmelo Hayes with the cardiac kick, but only got a 2 count. Carmelo Hayes hit his moves as well. He hit the final cut. He also hit the code breaker, but Wesley was able to kick out after 2. And after some more back and forth action, looks like we were going to get a superplex spot from the top turnbuckle, but both Wesley and Carmelo Hayes ended up colliding at ringside, with Wesley almost breaking through the security barricade. Like, ooh, that was close.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Carmelo Hayes was able to bring Wesley back into the ring to finally put him away with his finishing move, nothing but net, to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, yeah! Gotta love it, man. I love this stuff.
Even though Carmelo Hayes is still the champion, this match brought out the best in both competitors, but more importantly, it brought the best out of Wesley. 2023 and 2022 was definitely Wesley's time, being elevated since his breakup, since his tag partner was fired from WWE. He's been featured a lot in singles competition in NXT, becoming one of the longest reigning North American champions in NXT history, and being elevated into the main event picture, challenging for the NXT title. Like, you gotta admit, Juancho, that is a really, really awesome success rate.
You're not wrong. It is an excellent, he's been doing an excellent job with himself in taking care of business over here. And like you said, one of the best North American Championship reigns in NXT history, and now he's proving himself as a resilient NXT champion.
As for Carmelo Hayes, yes, his title run continues to move on, and hopefully will present another credible competitor who might give him a run for his money in their next pay-per-view event, NXT No Mercy.
Why didn't you mention this, by the way? I hope you'll excuse me. After the match between Ivy Nile and Ava Raine, as the creepers were over here.
Watch out! That's an old clip.
Oh, this is an old clip.
That's
I'm
an
sorry.
oldie. I did mention that. That was weeks ago.
Oh yeah, this is August 9th. What the hell? I'm sorry. I apologize that Tony D'Angelo and Stax broke it up to save Ivy Nile for some reason.
Yeah, no, you're fine, man.
Okay, my mistake. I apologize. I have no idea why that showed up so long.
Oh man, No Mercy. Holy shit. Hey Juan, you remember No Mercy?
Yes.
I remember the video game.
So do I. It was so good.
It was so good. We got to get our hands on it.
We need our hands on that one. On the N64. God dang it.
All right.
Let me take a look over here. Hoping the rest... D Nice saying, hoping the rest of this year will be better, Tam. Everyone deserves to spend the holidays in a home they truly love, feel safe and secure. And yes, and Tam agrees with you, Jose, that Carmelo Hayes has indeed been quite impressive in the ring.
Both Carmelo Hayes and Wesley. They deserve all the accolades.
Indeed.
Great main event.
Excellent job.
But now it's time to shift gears to talk about this week's edition, or rather, this year's TV special of AEW's Fyter Fest.
Here we go. Like the fuse hit the boom dynamite.
Now, Juancho, I'm putting my foot down right now. For the opening match, you are prohibited from exiting the set.
Why the hell are you trying to keep me pinned down, Jose?
Because I guarantee you this opening match is not going to last long.
All right, you have my attention.
All right. It's supposed to be a trios match, playa.
Holla, holla, holla.
Featuring the teams of Juice Robinson and the Guns, representing the Bullet Club Gold, versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, the Elite.
Nope.
Nope.
Get me the hell
no, not this time. No.
Nope.
Stay here.
I'm leaving.
No.
No, you can't make me.
You have to
You
stay.
cannot make me
Listen
stay.
to me. Listen.
What?
Listen.
You can't stop me. Try to stop me. No, you can't.
Sit on my lap.
Hell no, that's weird.
Then sit back down.
No, I refuse to sit through an Elite's match.
It's just
Screw
a
the Young
few minutes.
Fucks.
It's just a few
Screw
minutes.
the Bucks.
One.
Screw the Bucks.
It's only 5
Screw the
minutes.
Bucks.
It's only
Screw
5
the
minutes
Bucks.
of your life.
That's 5 minutes of my life I'm never gonna get back.
All right. But anyways, let me get through and I'll tell you
Will
why.
they suffer?
Yes.
You promise?
I promise. Let me get through this.
All right, folks. He promised me that the Elite will suffer. I need your help holding him to that.
All right, sit down.
God damn it!
So, it starts off with both of the teams brawling at the stage before the match could even begin. And it's,
What?
Yes, both
That's stupid!
the Elite and the Bullet Club Gold were brawling up at the stage, and they eventually brought it back into the ring, and the match got underway. The action continued on, but unfortunately, the match was cut short as Juice Robinson had the steel chair in hand and started wailing on one of the Young Bucks, and then he knocked down the referee, and then the match was thrown out.
So it was just a disqualification. The
It was
Elite
just
won by DQ.
The Elite won by DQ, but the Elite suffered some painful consequences at the hands of Bullet Club Gold.
Okay, so it was. So they just got steel chaired in the face.
Yes, the Young Bucks got.
How many times? How many times? Please tell me it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Are you lying to me?
Okay, listen.
You said they would suffer.
Listen to me.
Are they suffering?
Juice Robinson was.
I want them to fly all the way to England with concussions.
All right, listen.
I want the change of air pressure from flying at 30,000 feet to give them brain hemorrhaging.
Listen.
Not like they have much brain to work with, but damn it all to hell.
Escúchame, por favor.
Maybe no.
All right, listen. While Juice Robinson and the Guns kept their attention and wailed on the Young Bucks, out comes the leader of Bullet Club Gold, Switchblade Jay White, to brawl with Kenny Omega. And it looks like things were dire for the teams. It's a 4-on-3 beatdown until Bullet Club Gold brought in another guy to help punish the Elite, Konosuke Takeshita, the Japanese wrestler who defected from Kenny Omega and is aligned with Don Callis. So it's now a 5-on-3 beatdown, and oh no, the heroes who cannot carry on their wayward sons, not while being hit by chops and steel chairs to their heads. But then out comes the AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR to help even the odds to beat up the Guns and send the Guns packing, because FTR, they need their opponents to be alive. I'm not saying alive and well because they got their asses kicked, but alive.
But no, I want them to suffer. Why would you not let them suffer?
Because they have a tag match scheduled for Sunday. They have to, Juan.
Bullshit!
It's history making. Listen, the Elite got their asses beat by Bullet Club Gold. Are you satisfied?
It's a start.
God, jeez, Juan. You have a hate boner, man.
Yes, I do!
Wacho, relax. Drink some more Mountain Dew Zero.
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do.
You said you were drinking it out of spite.
I was drinking it at you, angrily. There's a difference.
Wacho, you need to evacuate the Elite out of your mind.
I will when they evacuate themselves out of the freaking television.
All right. Enough crap about Omega and the Bucks. Let's get to the exciting match of the night, and this is a one-on-one match between one half of the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix to the right, against the former WWE and AEW World Champion, representing the Blackpool Combat Club, and now the self-proclaimed master of Death Jutsu, Jon Moxley.
He's calling himself the master of Death Jutsu. He's saying that with a straight face.
I don't think he ever said it in any of his promos.
Who the hell's calling him this?
I don't know. They said it on commentary, but predominantly Excalibur.
So sock-face moron.
Excalibur
Said
yeah.
it. So Excrement says it.
Excrement.
So it's Excrement saying it.
All right.
So no one of consequence.
No one of consequence. All right, and yes, this week's Fyter Fest takes place over at the Gas South Arena in Duluth, Georgia.
Why should we care? Doesn't matter.
Because I like bringing it up.
Yeah, and just as much as Tony Khan likes over bloating his graphics over here. Let's get on with.
Well,
that's
a Tony Khan problem. That's not a
it's a Tony Khan problem. Why are you endorsing it?
All right. Anyways, this was an incredibly awesome match. Rey Fenix definitely was resilient in this encounter with Jon Moxley, and Yeah, no, he overwhelmed John Moxley with a lot of lucha spots, hitting him with a series of super kicks, drop
So
kicks.
they were great lucha things.
Some great lucha things thrown at the Death Rider. Of course, John Moxley hit his own offense here. At one point, he cut off Rey Fenix with his King Kong lariat, the same clothesline that gave Adam Page a concussion that put him away for a while.
Not long enough.
I know. But yeah, no, Rey Fenix was able to kick out after that. And then Rey Fenix continued on the offense against John Moxley, even hitting a frog splash from the top rope. But Moxley was able to kick out after 2. So after some more brawling back and forth, both these guys are at the top rope again. And Rey Fenix, it looks like he was about to send Moxley flying from the top turnbuckle. But then Moxley not only raked Rey Fenix's back, literally,
Ow.
he dug his nails his fingers right into his opponent's back. He also was biting off Rey Fenix's face before planting Rey Fenix head first with the Death Rider. But Rey Fenix, like I said, a great display of resiliency, kicked out of the Death Rider after 2. And Moxley had the biggest OMG face, like, what? Like, he was shocked. So, out of desperation, Moxley locks in the chokehold, forcing Rey Fenix to pass out in the ring. Your winner by technical submission, John Moxley. And
What
then
the hell?
And then after the match, the Blackpool Combat Club came swarming in. The Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, with crowbar in hand, put the beating on Rey Fenix.
Why?
Because, you know, they're number one, they're bad guys, and number two, to diminish the numbers in their upcoming Stadium Stampede match Sunday.
That still make no. Okay, yeah.
No.
Okay,
There's actually another reason to it, but I'll get to that in a bit. And then out comes Penta El Cero Miedo and the Best Friends and Eddie Kingston, and they were trying to go. They were trying to go and save Rey Fenix, but they were cut off by the returning. And you'll remember this because they haven't been in AEW for a while. Santana and Ortiz, the Puerto Rican tag team from LAX, who are part of Chris Jericho's inner circle.
Yo, where the hell have they been?
They've been away.
Away.
Yeah.
D Nice over here is saying that she really loves how you paint these pictures for the matches, Jose. Like spinning the narrative, if you would.
Hey! What do you mean spinning the narrative?
No, Jose, that's not a bad. I'm saying spinning the narrative, weaving the story.
Okay.
And I'm saying that it's a complimentary thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so used to whenever people say that line, it usually has like a negative connotation.
Okay. Like spinning and like PR thing. No, that's not what I meant this time.
Okay, fair enough. Now, there is a reason why Rey Fenix was actually written off because, first of all, to wrap up the segment, Rey Fenix was then stretchered out into the ambulance truck to head to the hospital. Eddie Kingston was furious. He's mad. And he took it out just a little bit on John Moxley's real-life wife, Renee Paquette, who was trying to get answers. Come on, man. She's just trying to do her job. She doesn't have a personal stake in this.
What did he do to her?
I know, right? But
no. What does she ever do to? What does she ever do to Eddie Kingston? I get it. He's got mental issues, but I got mental issues too. I don't take it out on every random ass chick who talks to me.
I know, right? Jeez. But anyways, there is a legit reason why Rey Fenix was written out. Because, according to the news media outlets, there have been some changes in the pay-per-view matches for AEW's All In Sunday. One of the changes includes the Stadium Stampede, because Rey Fenix is not able to was not able to travel out of the U.S. due to work visa issues. So, in order to write him off, they did this beatdown / injury angle to keep him off TV and out of the pay-per-view, so that they can justify making the changes to All In.
All right, I suppose that makes a little bit more sense, but they really cut that shit down to the wire, right to the last minute.
I know, they waited until days before the pay-per-view event. Come on, man. If you really if this was really an issue, and if you needed to do some sort of damage control, wouldn't it have made sense if you'd have done it at least the week before?
Yeah, but that would be too smart.
Yeah, I know.
Also, real quick in the chat.
I know. D-Nice is teasing me.
Yeah, putting words in my mouth. Hey, Jose? Lol. No, just kidding. Yeah, okay. I suppose.
And Chauvinistic Unicorn saying no shit.
Yeah, okay. For the record, I get it. It does, now that you actually spell it out and explain it, I understand. But at the same time, isn't this something that they should have addressed, a week or so ago?
Yeah, if they wanted to do the injury storyline, that's fine. But yeah, do it the week prior.
see this way, like, this is the problem with how Tony Khan books his shit. He books a show without booking matches. And he just has it, and they just have it, they have the whole thing of the novelty of All In being at Wembley Stadium in London just because it's in London at Wembley Stadium. They had literally no matches announced until maybe a week and a half ago.
And more importantly, they wait until the last couple of days before the pay-per-view event to make these last-minute changes due to these circumstances.
So what the fuck? This is the kind of shit that you actually need to address with time.
Now, let's keep in mind, WWE is not innocent from this too. They also have a history of sometimes making last-minute changes before their pay-per-view events.
Okay. Then again, it's not as egregious as this.
No, it's not as egregious as this, and this is supposed to be like huge for AEW. Like, this is literally their biggest pay-per-view event in the company's history.
It's actually, with the ticket sales of the sold-out Wembley Stadium, it's being officially dubbed the single most paid attendance, the single largest attended professional wrestling event. Period.
Yeah, no, I mean, the only other wrestling event that I could think of that has a bigger attendance, albeit the
comparable,
or they're more comparable, albeit the circumstances were very, very, very effed up, was the Collision in Korea pay-per-view event, a collaboration between WCW and New Japan Pro Wrestling in 1995.
That doesn't count.
Like I said, like I said, the circumstances behind that...
Because that was in North fucking Korea! How can that count?
It's a pay-per-view event! It's a wrestling event!
In North Korea!
Yes!
The citizens of North Korea attended at gunpoint, Jose!
I know! That's why I put that asterisk there!
That's a pretty big-ass asterisk!
Jeez, man!
Next match, please.
All right, let's get let's actually get to the surprisingly exciting segment of the night, albeit once again put together last minute. The official contract signing between Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay at All In. They had security surrounding the inside the ring, keeping both men apart. Of course, Don Callis was at the side of Will Ospreay.
So the giant uncircumcised douchebag dick.
And they had AEW commentator Tony Schiavone mediating the contract signing between both competitors. So,
oh boy.
So,
Becky, look at her. Oh my god.
So this So it starts off with, of course, Don Callis getting on the mic, and then of course the fans booed him till they're gonna boo Don Callis until he retires. And I'm not talking about retiring from wrestling. I'm talking about retiring from life.
Good.
Anyways, so Don Callis got on the mic. He explained his reasoning, albeit he was a little clunky in his wording. But yeah, he explains that he's investing his future in Will Ospreay and also investing his career in destroying the legend of Chris Jericho.
Buddy, you're about 3 years too late for that. Don Callis.
Oh man, but then things really amped up when Will Ospreay got on the mic. When Will Ospreay started talking, it felt real. It sounded real. He could talk people into the building, and he had some harsh words for Jericho. Talking about how, he has a stepdaughter that he's actively supporting, and how he's coming back from a career-threatening injury. And that, like I said, it was very hard words coming from Will Ospreay, and he delivered it really well. And then Jericho got on the mic, and he was just as compelling in his speech against Will Ospreay, and also mentioned at one point where Jericho...
He invented?
Very funny. Well, he didn't invent, but he did consult Will Ospreay during Jericho's cup of coffee in New Japan Pro Wrestling about, protecting yourself, not overworking yourself in the ring lest you suffer a career injury and you retire from wrestling. Like, he gave some actual life advice to Will Ospreay at one point, and both of these men hyped up their match this Sunday at All In, and it ended with Will Ospreay smacking the mic out of Jericho's hand. Jericho slaps Will Ospreay in the face, and both of these guys tried to brawl it out, but then security was breaking it up. It looked great. It looked real. Kudos to AEW for actually making me believe in this segment. My only gripe is that They did they put it together at the last minute once again, putting things together at the last minute.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They don't book this stuff early enough so that to give it time to breathe, to let the segment, to let the match build up, to let the hype for the match build up over here.
Exactly.
They book without thinking.
Hey, want to hear something more self-grandizing than the Elite? First of all, thank you. Number one.
Just why?
Number two, Chris Jericho's rock band Fozzy will be performing at All In.
Yeah, Chris Jericho has Tony Khan wrapped around his fucking fingers.
And I bet you won't guess what song they're gonna play.
They're going to play Judas.
Actually, no, I can't rip on that. I actually like that song.
But they're going to play Judas.
They're gonna play Judas.
Chris Jericho is going to sing himself to the ring.
Hey man, he's a Judas in his mind. But that being said, no, like I said, I can't rip on it. It's actually one of my favorite songs. If you have the chance, go look it up on YouTube. Judas, not you, the people watching. Look up the song Judas by the rock band Fozzy. It's actually really cool. It came out in 2019? 2019. No, 2018. Because that was when he had shorter hair in the music video.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, roughly. But anyways, so
yeah. I'm over here like, you're over here filleting Jericho here. I'm like, the people have memed that song into like ridiculousness.
Aaron Cooper,
did you say Fozzy, yes, like the bear.
Yes, like Fozzy the bear. Oh my god.
Yes. Like
that's a weird visual. Fozzy the bear singing Judas.
I become me. Judas in my mind.
With the Muppets playing. With Monster playing the drums. And Gonzo and Kermit on the guitars.
Oh my lord. You've thought about this for a while, haven't you, Jose?
I just thought about it in the past 5 seconds.
I hate
you. Thank you, guys. You guys are great.
I hate you so much right now, Jose.
Hey, man. Don't hate me. Hate our viewers.
No, I don't hate our viewers. I literally just like, I cannot believe this. Like, because it sounds like something that you had already cooked up, but no, you just came up with that. I am actually impressed.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
But now let's get to a tag match that really should have been awesome, but not really. It's a tag team match, player.
Holla, holla.
The team of Swerve Strickland and AR Fox representing the Mogul Embassy versus Darby Allin and AEW newcomer Nick Wayne. Now, there's a story behind this. Nick Wayne is 18 years old, and he's just signed with All Elite Wrestling. So he's brand spanking new, and he's also trying to prove his mettle, like test his mettle, not just teaming with Darby Allin, but also test his mettle against other wrestlers. And Darby Allin right now has a grudge against his former best friends, Swerve Strickland and AR Fox.
Okay, so it's literally just these three. It's just Darby Allin, Swerve, and AR Fox having a beef, and Nick Wayne's just along for the ride.
Yes, he is, and also Nick Wayne's mom was at ringside too, watching on, cheering for her son.
Of course, she's at ringside. This little baby entering the freaking ring needed his parental permission slip signed in order to be able to participate.
Wait, can that technically count? He's 18 years old.
Baby.
Okay, yeah, baby.
He's literally half my age. I'm allowed to call him a baby.
Oh, Jesus, man. Okay. Anyways, let's get to the match. Now, of course, the match was pretty...
I wonder if we can put the thing in with an AI generator.
I mean, we could, but I don't know anybody talented enough to do that.
We'll think of something maybe.
We'll think of something. Yeah, maybe we could commission someone to do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, like I said, this tag match was actually solid. And this actually told a really good story. Like I said earlier, Nick Wayne trying to prove to himself. Not just that, but also he is. But also much
Excuse
like
me?
Ray
I'll be
Phoenix.
back.
Yeah, go ahead. But much like Ray Phoenix in the earlier match, Nick Wayne showed an incredible display of resiliency. While Darby Allin was taken out in the middle of the match by Swerve Strickland at ringside, Nick Wayne was at the receiving end of a 2-on-1 beatdown. AR Fox and Swerve Strickland were both exchanging signature moves to try to put the newcomer down, but Nick Wayne kept kicking out after 2. And finally, in a critical moment where Swerve Strickland had his back turned, celebrating and just taunting the fans and just goading the audience and just, being braggadocious, AR Fox goes to the top turnbuckle, tries to go for a 450 splash, only for Nick Wayne at the last second to reverse it and roll up AR Fox for the pin and for the win. Your winners, Nick Wayne, the newcomer, and Darby Allin. Oh my goodness. Like I said, the match was solid. It wasn't, Juancho going to do when they... No. Juancho is definitely not Cops. He's not the Popo. No, Juan will be back in a bit. But this was, like I said, this was a solid match. The story behind it kind of felt like, didn't have as much oomph. Like, it kind of didn't grab to me as other storylines that they have going on at the AEW, because this storyline gets a little convoluted, unfortunately. And, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to single task this as Juan's answering a phone call. So bear with me, folks. I'm actually going to do double duty because I got to talk about the meh segment of the night. Don't go nowhere. Oh, my God. Hang on a minute. Let me put my mic down because there's a mic over here. Oh, man. This is so embarrassing. Give me just a second here. All right. Because after the match, we immediately get a really, really convoluted segment here. So here's what happened. Swerve Strickland got on the mic, and he is very disappointed and irate at AR Fox, shifting the blame to AR Fox for dropping the ball again, getting beaten by an 18-year-old that Swerve Strickland beat last week. And he was so disappointed to the point where the manager of the Mogul Embassy, Prince Nana, did the job for Swerve and fired AR Fox. And not just fired him, but also had his cronies of the embassy to put one of his cronies, Brian Cage, to put the beat down on AR Fox. So now, AR Fox is now at the receiving end of a Mogul Embassy beatdown until Swerve Strickland. Until Darby Allin, Nick Wayne, and the Icon, Sting, came down to the ring and saved AR Fox from the Mogul Embassy. Time to dual task again. This is so much fun, folks. Hang on. I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there. Yeah. There we go. Darby Allin got on the mic with Nick Wayne and Sting in the middle of the ring, and they had some choice words for the Mogul Embassy, specifically for Swerve Strickland, because now that they fired AR Fox, and AR Fox has now come back to the light, who are they going to have now for their upcoming coffin match at AEW's All In? Fortunately for the Mogul Embassy, there was another dastardly villain to answer the call. Just a minute. Oh my God. This is so bonkers, me having to do all this by myself. But we got to keep the ball rolling here. So out comes the self-proclaimed AEW TNT champion Christian Cage with Luchasaurus behind him, and Christian Cage got on the mic, and I gotta tell you right now, Christian is one of the best talkers in professional wrestling, especially when playing the villain. In this segment, Christian Cage saved, the segment was already convoluted, but Christian Cage saved it a little bit. He had some choice words for Nick Wayne, the newcomer, taking shots at Nick Wayne's dad, who passed away. Christian Cage told him, hey, Nick Wayne, maybe it's best that your dad is dead, because if he was alive, he would be disappointed in you. And that was a real low blow. And the fans of the Duluth, Georgia, all chanted "asshole." And the asshole chants came pouring down on Christian. Oh my goodness. Christian knows how to get heat. And and this was a great way. It's below the belt, to poke fun at a family member who's dead. But if you hate him for it, then that means that he's doing his job. So I guess this means that at All In this Sunday, Christian Cage will be joining the Mogul Embassy to take on Darby Allin, Nick Wayne, and the Icon, Sting. And I'm all for it. You know, I've asked this question a couple of times, but do I have some wrestling fans who are fans of the Icon Sting from the old days of WCW? Let me know in the comment section, and whichever version of Sting you liked, whether it was Surfer Sting or Crow Sting or Wolfpack Sting or Joker Sting or whichever Sting you enjoyed. Like I said, the match was okay. The segment was super convoluted, and if it wasn't for Christian Cage being in this match to give it a little life, then yeah, no, it's just bleh. Vicente Guerrero, how you doing? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. I'm just wrapping things up here for the talk segment here with Christian Cage and the Mogul Embassy. Thunder and oh my God, Matthew Coburn, thank you. Thunder in Paradise. Holy crap, I remember Sting actually played one of Hurricane Spencer's arch rivals named Hammerhead. Holy crap, talk about a throwback. Thunder in Paradise was a show that took place in 1994 from the same guy that made Baywatch. So, and this was the show that Hulk Hogan actually worked on before officially signing a deal with WCW. But anyways, so enough of the history. Now it's time to get to the main event match. Just a second. Now I'm back on Juan's mic. Hang on, folks. I hope y'all can still hear me. And what we have here is a tag match, playa. Holla holla. And we got the team of the Hardy Boys, multi-time World Tag Team Champions Matt and Jeff Hardy, versus the team of Aussie Open, the Australian tag team representing the United Empire, and this is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles.
The thing is that we're actually live right now, Effie. That's why. Oh, Effie says hi. No.
Oh, hang on a minute, folks. Hi, Effie. It's me, Jose. Oh, thank you. Oh, shit. You're in Northern Ireland? I want to go to Northern Ireland. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely want to go there. I do need to let you go because I am in the middle of the programming. I'm doing double duty right now.
Yeah, I'll come back in a minute, Jeff.
Yeah, go right ahead. All right, so anyways, getting back to the tag match. All right, so I got to admit, as a fan of the current product, I was very concerned about Jeff Hardy since coming back from being arrested and to see if he still has enough gas left in the tank. Like, I know me and Juan for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about, Jeff Hardy and how he's trying to, regain his footing after being arrested for like the upteenth billionth time. But this was actually a good performance from the Hardy Boys. They actually did a great job in this tag match. Jeff Hardy didn't do anything absolutely like outworldly and crazy. It started off with the Hardy Boys getting the upper hand. Aussie Open was able to regain their footing. They attacked both of the Hardy Boys at ringside with the tag team move, which looked pretty awesome. Kind of looked like a shell shock. And then they were able to bring the action back to the ring, keeping Jeff Hardy away from his brother Matt.
I had to step away in order to make sure. This was a very rare call from my sweetie Effie over in Northern Ireland, which is why I had to run away for part of the show here.
It's okay. I pulled double duty.
Okay, cool.
Hey, folks, let me know in the comments, did I do a good job at doing double duty? I hope so.
Folks, throw up Jose emojis if you're inner flockers, and if not, just throw thumbs up to help him out. He could use the self-esteem.
Anyway, so Jeff Hardy was able
to... It's not Red Sting, that's Joker Sting.
No. They were telling me their favorite Sting. Matthew Coburn's favorite Sting is from Thunder in Paradise, where he played Hammerhead. And Shamanistic Unicorn Tam's favorite is...
Wolfpack Sting.
Wolfpack Sting. Woo!
Okay, I get it.
Wolfpack ready! Anyways. All right. Now. No! Come on, Tam. I did my best.
She's just joshing you.
All right, so Jeff Hardy was able to fight back, hitting a whisper in the wind to knock out both of the Australian wrestlers, and then
didn't kill himself.
didn't kill himself.
Good.
He got the hot tag in Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is a ball of fire, laying out both Australians with a series of clotheslines. He almost got a twist of fate from one of the guys, but Matt Hardy was able to recover and turn it into a DDT instead, and then hit the other one with a side effect, only getting a 2 count. And then Matt Hardy was able to get to the second rope, hitting a flying elbow, knocking down one of the members of Aussie Open. And Jeff Hardy did a second rope splash, but the Australian was able to kick out after 2. And then Matt Hardy was taken out was taken out of the ring, and Aussie Open hit their tag team finishing move to pin and retain. Your winners, and still the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Aussie Open.
Awesome.
For the second week now, the Hardy Boys lost a tag match. They lost to the Young Bucks last week. No, they lost to the Young Bucks 2 weeks ago, and they lost to Aussie Open this week.
So what's next? Are they going to lose to FTR next? And then they're going to lose to wait, AEW doesn't have women's tag champions, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Surprisingly, they don't.
Okay, well, I was about to fucking say they probably should. Vicente, I like all versions of Sting, but Surfer Sting was the best after Crow Sting. Surfer's version was so high energy. I remember he slammed 2 400 or 500-pound guys only seconds apart. It was a team of the Kongs. I hate seeing the Hardys' job, but hey, it happens as guys get older. Saying Vicente over in the chat.
Yeah, it does.
And Nikki Bella has got rockers over here. Like guitars on here. Yeah, I guess. Because I guess.
Oh, I guess she's showing support for me because I did a good job at doing double duty.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah.
I saw that mystery Nancy Drew. Thanks a lot, Matthew Coburn. Okay. Listen, for serious though, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, them challenging against the Young Bucks should have been $1 million pay-per-view match. It was a pee-pee-poo-poo match on TV for free.
Okay, listen. It should have, but at the same time, and we've talked about this, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy's trying to kill himself in the ring.
No, they had to put it on TV, and they had to limit the stuff they're doing because, they're trying to keep Jeff Hardy from killing himself in the ring. That being said, that being said, after the match, Aussie Open got on the mic and they started talking shit at the AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole, baby. I don't have any of the graphics, but follow along with me. Aussie Open got on the mic. They were saying, oh no, there's not going to be any double clotheslines. There's not going to be any kangaroo kicks. And after they did their trash talks, MJF and Adam Cole came down to the ring and they had a brawl before their pay-per-view match on Sunday. And then it looked like Adam Cole was going to go in for the kick, but then one of the members of Aussie Open ducked out of the way, and in a surprising twist, MJF caught the kick and thought that Adam Cole was going to kick him.
Oh no, the seeds of doubt have begun to take root. No, zut alors, how could they?
And then Adam Cole and MJF started staring back and forth, with MJF holding the AEW World title over his shoulders, and as MJF walked away from Adam Cole, he was reaching into his pocket. He was pulling out the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and it looks like he was going to deck Adam Cole, but instead, he went and hugged Adam Cole in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, he's trying so bad not to be evil again. How could he? Vicente, you missed us earlier. We started our program with our 10-bell salute in loving memory of Wyndham Rotunda and Terry Funk. Yeah, the Fiend pretty much killed off Retribution after Bray kicked all 5 of their asses by himself.
Yes, he did. And like I said, we will have more details on Bray Wyatt this Saturday. But that being said, getting back to it, Juancho, this actually told an awesome story because on the same night of Dynamite, on Fyter Fest, Renee Paquette had one-on-one interviews with Adam Cole and MJF, respectively.
So separate one-on-one interviews.
Yes. MJF came off genuine. Like, he actually sounded like he was trying to turn a new leaf. And he actually said that, like, Adam Cole helped change him in the short span of time and helping him find the better person inside himself. And Adam Cole, on the other hand, he was trying to sound genuine, but when Renee Paquette started throwing in speculation and insinuations that there's that there's tension between him and MJF with Roderick Strong in the picture, Adam Cole tried to deflect all that, saying like, no, there's nothing wrong. Me and MJF are fine, which kind of like which kind of goes back to
He
my
thinks Bill
earlier.
does protest too much.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this kind of ties back into my earlier theory that Adam Cole's gonna be the one to stab MJF in the back first.
No. So yeah, that's gonna be. You really think that's how it's gonna go down?
Oh,
You think it's gonna happen
yes.
in London, or do you think it's gonna happen in Chicago at All Out?
I think it's either gonna happen in London or at All Out, and no matter where it happens, Adam Cole, baby, is gonna be the one to fire the boom, and this shift in the top villains in AEW will not only be a huge surprise, but it'll be undisputed.
I'm gonna drink more of my Zero Sugar Mountain Dew angrily at you now. That hurts. That hurt very much.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Jose.
Worth it. Actually, while you're doing that, let me go ahead and get some more water, folks. I'll be right back in a minute. Or are you gonna do it?
No, I'll take over for a minute. It's only fair.
Oh, what? You're gonna rant about Tony Khan again?
No, I'm not gonna rant over Tony Khan again. But what I will do is move your freaking hemorrhoid pillow out of the way. I can understand wanting to see the cracks of MJF and Adam Cole as it's leading into All In and then the following week with All Out. However, this is clearly one of the better acts that AEW has stumbled into in a good long while. And it's because both participants are doing their best to make it work. Why try to end it so soon? I would say try to let it breathe a little while longer. Just a little, maybe another pay-per-view event. I would say it's sometime after All Out, or at the very least at the end of All Out, like the next pay-per-view afterwards or something. But that's just me, because this is clearly something that is working. People are engaged with it. People want to continue seeing it. Because we want to believe that MJF really is going to be our asshole.
I actually do have a counterpoint.
I have your microphone!
All right.
Here's your hemorrhoid pillow.
All right. Here's my counterpoint. You make a fair statement, Juancho, but here's my counter
It's not
argument.
an actual hemorrhoid pillow.
Yeah, I know. But here's the counter argument. After All Out, the next pay-per-view event would be a Full Gear, and that's all the way over in November.
Good.
Yeah, but
Let it breathe.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like right now, it feels like it's the storyline is not only white hot, but it feels like it's the right time to pull that trigger. Because if they waited any longer, then that white hotness of the feud would run the risk of sizzling out to come November.
See, here's the thing, though. They already have their championship match at All In. So what could they do after that?
Also, further to the point, it should happen at All In because MJF has been champion since November of last year. If there was going to be a time to take the championship off of MJF, this would probably be it.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. At this point, me and Juan, we're just throwing theories.
We're speculations. It's rumor and innuendo. It's armchair quarterbacking over here.
And it's all part of the fun.
Exactly. Vicente in the chat. My guess is MJF is going to go true heel again during the London show, during All In. Friends are fine, but as MJF would say, I love gold! And fuck you fans.
Yeah, he would say that. I'm not sure about the I love gold part. Not in that way.
Not the gold member? No?
Not the gold member part, but definitely the fuck you fans.
You're not wrong. He definitely would.
All right. Now, let's get into this week's edition of Impact Wrestling. This is their go-home show before their upcoming pay-per-view event, Impact Emergence, which is, coincidentally, this Sunday. However, at a different time zone, so there is no counter-programming whatsoever. Because AEW's All In is actually taking place at 12 p.m. Eastern, since they're going to be airing their pay-per-view live from London, England, so different time zones. And Impact Wrestling's Emergence is taking place at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Different time zones, not counter-programming. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So that way Tony Khan cannot get his panties in a bunch.
How dare you?
All right. let's go ahead and start things off. The Go Home show starts off with an opening match from the Knockouts division, folks.
That's definitely the right way to start the show.
Oh, yes. It's a one-on-one encounter featuring Canada's own Jody Thread going one-on-one against the Impact Knockouts World Champion, Trinity.
Shit. Trinity fought too, putting some hurting on the Canadians.
Trinity right now is in the middle of a rematch rivalry with Deonna Purrazzo, which is set to culminate this Sunday for the Impact Knockouts World Title. And in a way of trying to, one up her opponent Deonna Purrazzo, who had a great one-on-one match against Kylan King last week, Trinity's gonna prove that she's on that same level by having an awesome wrestling match against Jody Threat. And boy, howdy did they! It was fun. It was great. The fans over at the Cicero Center in Chicago, Illinois loved every minute of this opening bout.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna crap on me for saying that it takes place in Chicago?
No, not this time.
You're showing your bias, Juan.
Yes, I am!
You asshole.
Happily!
Is it your bias against me or bias against AEW?
Pick one! Which one will piss you off more?
Anyways, but no, great back and forth action. Jody Thread, she's been on a tear since making her debut in Impact Wrestling. She started off as an undefeated streak, taking on a bunch of other low level knockouts competitors. And this was definitely like one of the matches, like even though she didn't come out on top, definitely brought out the best of her. Trinity was able to fire back against Jody Thread's offense, hitting a series of combination kicks and some sick dodging. Like at one point, she dodged a clothesline by simply doing like a matrix slide right under Jody Thread. I thought that was really awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great.
Vicente in the chat over here, he's saying like, if Tony Khan could get 83 million pay-per-view buys and still be sort of pissed if his Coke ran out.
Oh man.
Yeah, Booker Sugar Daddy would not like that, especially considering how much of a dim view the United Kingdom has over Booger Sugar.
Oh, well, I mean, do we really know that for sure?
I do.
Oh, okay, Juan, do you actually have information to back this?
Yeah, I do. It's called research. I do that thing.
Okay. So Trinity was Trinity was able to mount a comeback. She actually was able to roll up Jody Thread to pin and win while adding a little bit of booty shaking on that victory. Your winner, Trinity. So great opening match. Great solid opening match.
You mean to tell me that Trinity not only whipped Jody Thread's booty, but she also booty popped on her to dab on her.
While pinning her.
While pinning her. That is disrespectful.
I know, right?
In a kind of kinky way. I don't know whether I should be angry or turned on. Like, how dare you? Continue.
Are you feeling horny or are you feeling oozy?
I don't know! Feeling oozy!
I brought it back, bitch.
Jody Threat makes anyone look good in the ring, almost as good as her, that is. You're not wrong, Vicente. You are not wrong at all.
All right. But as good as that opening match was, there was an exciting match of the night, which featured an in-ring debut of a former WWE superstar. The former Impact X Division champion Chris Sabin goes one-on-one against the former WWE United States champion and former NXT Cruiserweight champion, former WWE superstar Kalisto, now going by Samurai del Sol.
So it's official. We have our Lucha House Party now?
Yeah! Lucha! Except this time, it looks like Samurai del Sol has stripped away all of the colorful and silliness of the Lucha House Party gear and has embraced more of a Black Power Ranger persona. Like, not as silly as Axiom. Like, this actually looked pretty cool. Like, his mask always, like, reminds me of the Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Really?
Yeah, except his eyes are now covered in silver, and he has a mask cover as well. His entire face is covered. He still has the Shredder look. And yeah, like I said, he looks like a freaking Black Power Ranger, and it looks so cool. It looks awesome. I love it. Really nice. Really good choice.
All right. Yeah, I can live with that. I can work with that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're working that, but I'm working that.
And this was an excellent match. A great way to debut the former WWE superstar. Chris Sabin definitely gave Samurai del Sol a run for his money. Both of these guys exchanged reversals back and forth, exchanged a series of high-flying moves going on in the match. When they came back from commercial break, Chris Sabin was working over the Luchador until the Luchador was able to mount a comeback, hitting Chris Sabin with the Listo kick. At one point, Chris Sabin countered Samurai del Sol's finishing move, which is called not Fuego del Sol. It's called Salida del Sol. Sorry,
Nice.
I was thinking. Sorry, Fuego del Sol is a name of another luchador. Salida del Sol is the name of Samurai del Sol's finishing move. Can you tell he likes the sun?
All these guys like the sun.
I know, right? So Chris Sabin was able to counter the first attempt of the finishing maneuver, but Samurai del Sol continued the offense, even hitting Chris Sabin with a springboard 450 splash to the outside of the ring. Freaking awesome. Gotta love it. And then they brought the action back in the ring. He hits the Salida del Sol. Chris Sabin was able to kick out after 2. And after some more back and forth action, Chris Sabin finally put the brakes on the luchador, hitting Samurai del Sol with a running enziguri before finally putting him away with the cradle shock to pin and win. Your winner, Chris Sabin.
Not bad. All right. He's definitely gave him a run for his money. And this is an excellent way to show off the skills of Samurai del Sol. And Vicente, Tam Tam was going on with us, chanting for Lucha. Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And Vicente is saying, like, now that we have 2 out of the 3 members of Lucha House Party, we should have Lars Sullivan brought in to get squashed by the team.
No, don't do that. Come on, man. Actually, he retired from wrestling.
Ow.
I know. It sucks. But that being said, this is such a fresh change of pace because I gotta say, man, WWE really dropped the ball on Kalisto. In their quest to try and build another Latino superstar to capture the magic of the late Eddie Guerrero, WWE has a history of fumbling that ball too many times. Now, one can make the argument that they actually succeeded with Rey Mysterio. Obviously. But with other lucha wrestlers like Alberto Del Rio, it just didn't work for him because he was the complete opposite of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I mean, like, you like with when it comes to Eddie, he's got he's got more of the technical style, whereas obviously Rey Mysterio is the classic lucha libre.
Yeah,
like much more flippy, much more high flying acrobatics in there.
Now,
Not to say that Eddie couldn't do it. Obviously, Eddie can. He just has much more of like the heavyweight style / technical wrestling style on him.
But with Kalisto, on the other hand, 2 things. Number 1, unfortunately, there was for the WWE at the time. Now we're talking 2015, 2016 WWE. There is a ceiling to how far Kalisto could get in his popularity. Number 1, and number 2. He didn't do himself any favors, man. I mean, I saw his promo segments where he tried to talk, and his promos were not good at all. So that definitely hindered his ability.
Yeah. Let's not kid ourselves.
In fact, he was the one that came up with the line, with fumbling the line, saying a good lucha thing for
Great lucha things.
Great lucha things. Oh man, ay Dios mío. But you know what? If he's able to shine here at Impact Wrestling and rise in the X division, then more power to him.
Fantastic. I got no issues with that.
All
right. Welcome to Impact, Samurai del Sol.
Hells yeah. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night. And this was a video package, and I forgot to cover this, and I should have covered this on this programming, but yeah, I'm glad. But you know, I mean, I can only do so much.
Multiverse United. Multiverse United.
Yes.
Multiverse United, for whom the bell tolls.
Yes.
Oh, you said in the chat saying, "Oh, ow." ADR push on and off turned out to be good once fans saw he was more like Alberto del Fuck Up. Yeah, no, fuck Alberto.
That being said, the exciting segment was a video package last Friday on August was it 20? When was August 20th? Was it last Saturday or?
August 20th was Sunday.
Oh yeah, it was Sunday. It was this Sunday. Sorry. Okay. So Impact Wrestling held another multiverse event in collaboration with New Japan Pro Wrestling, Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls, and they showed a great video package of all the matches that they had, highlighting the best of the Impact X Division wrestlers, along with New Japan's Junior League wrestlers to collide against each other. And they also had main event stars from both Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Alex Shelley successfully defended his Impact World title against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Nice.
Yeah, Hiroshi Tanahashi has been making waves in the United States. In the span of just a couple of months, he challenged for the Impact World title, the IWGP Heavyweight title, and the AEW World title throughout the entire summer.
That's a hell of a lineup over here, man.
Indeed. And of course, there were other matches on the card that were pretty solid too. Deonna Purrazzo and Giselle Shaw participated in a multi-woman match for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's title. Of course, they both failed to capture the championship. Right. It was still a good showing. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember what else happened here. There was just a lot of action, and like I said, it was a great video package that they showed, and you gotta love it. Like, I wanted to cover it here, but then I realized, oh man, I don't want to run the risk of, like, making the show like too convoluted, even though I've covered pay-per-view matches in the past. So
yeah, no, we've made the covering without any sort of problem. At that point, it's just a matter of, like, stuff just comes up.
Yeah, stuff just comes up. But great video package, great business between Impact Wrestling and New Japan. Let's see if AEW can replicate that success for All In.
They already have that beat. It's by sheer volume of people alone. Even if the match card itself isn't quite as good as it ought to be. Like, you can tell where my bias is at with who am I referencing on this one, folks. On the Jim Cornette Experience, Jim Cornette and his co-host, the great Brian Last, actually gave their own critique on the match card for All In London, and they basically said it's a glorified special episode of Dynamite where it's not going to be as magical or as fantastical as people have already dreamt it up to be. Even with the match card they have, it's not like you're going to have a match between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay on a gigantic cloud 50 feet above the stadium match. Magically wrestling in the clouds.
I don't think we're ready to go that high.
That's Rob Van Dam.
But no, you bring up a good point. But on the other hand, I think if the right guys in the right place in the right time, they can actually bring that magic. I think we could see that magic with MJF and Adam Cole, and we could see that magic between CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the real world title.
I want to believe that, but we'll see for ourselves.
Indeed. But now, unfortunately, we got to knock this down. We got to knock the excitement down a few pegs because we got to talk about the meh match of the night. And this is a one-on-one match between the leader of the design, Diener, versus Laredo Kid, another luchador wrestler.
Why do we just have Laredo Kid join with Samurai del Sol?
Because they're not exactly the team. Laredo Kid is not part of the party, Juancho. He hasn't been invited to the party.
Well, invite him into the party.
I can't invite him into the party.
You need to.
Well, I'm not a luchador.
Well, that's your own problem, don't you think?
No, that's a Samurai del Sol problem.
Well, why don't you tell him to fix it?
I can't.
Also, Gene Rick made it into the chat. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, Gene Rick.
Welcome. So yeah, this match really didn't last long. It actually told a good story. Laredo Kid trying to fight against the odds against Diener and his bodyguard Khan, who was at ringside. But unfortunately, the effort was all for naught. Diener and Laredo Kid had a solid match, but it was incredibly one-sided in favor of the cult leader. Diener was able to counter one of Laredo Kid's moves with his flowing DDT to pin and win. Your winner, Diener.
What?
And then after
Wait,
the match,
when did this happen? I just blinked.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I just blinked. The match ended?
The match ended. It wasn't a squash, but there was really not much to say because Laredo Kid took in too much offense from Diener to even land anything close to a comeback.
Oh, dick.
Then Diener got on the mic and addressed his opponent,
guys.
his arch
Oh,
nemesis.
and yes, by the way, Tam, yes, these are brand new microphones courtesy of Koristi Rando-sama. She got new ones for all three of us over here. Thank you for noticing.
And we truly appreciate it, and I hope that Rando-san can hear us.
Thank you, Rando-sama. We appreciate it very much.
Now, Diener addressed his arch nemesis, Eric Young, and has challenged him to a one-on-one match at Emergence, but not just a regular one-on-one match. This match will be contested in no disqualification. That means no disqualification. Anything goes. All weapons legal.
You serious?
Yes. And you know what? This is hopefully will be the match that will be the big blow off. I predict that Eric Young is going to come out on top of this.
I really hope so too.
Because damn, how that's the whole story about.
He came back from the dead.
How do you do that? How do you top that?
They just murdered and beat to death Eric Young, and they left him for dead, and he spat up fruit punch, and he rode off like a badass on a motorcycle.
Would you call that?
That's his explanation of how he'd avoided dying at the hands of Cody Diener.
In terms of storytelling, Juan, would you call that jumping the shark?
No, I would just say that design is not all that violent.
Actually, you know what? You know what was jumping the shark? PCO coming back from the dead.
Yeah,
that's jumping the shark.
That's a little shark jumping.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, getting into the worst segment of the night.
Oh, God. And yes, that was very groovy of her, Tam. You are absolutely right.
Speaking of PCO, let's talk about our French-Canadian Frankenstein, because before the entire Impact show started, PCO actually brawled at ringside with Champagne Singh, planting him through the table, taking out all of his frustrations on the jobber.
Ow.
Yes, and then
what did poor Champagne Singh do to deserve this?
Not a damn thing, but it don't matter, because then out comes Bully Ray via Titantron over at a hotel in an undisclosed area, who's calling out PCO to come and find him. And so for the rest of the night, PCO was out there and he's on a manhunt. He went searching places, yelling Bully Ray. And even Gia Miller tried to get an interview from, tried to get a word out of PCO, but the only word she got was Bully Ray. But unfortunately, this manhunt turned out to be nothing more than a wild bully chase, as PCO was able to head to the same hotel where that Bully Ray was broadcasted his threat at. But but PCO found out that he had basically just hightailed it. He's gone, and now PCO is just left there, dumbfounded, still screaming, "Bully Ray, come here!"
Okay, number one, I'm glad that he was actually saying it, not just mush mouthing. Number one, so number two, he can ditch the makeup. He doesn't need it anymore. And number three, he can ditch trying to act Frankenstein-y because he doesn't need it anymore.
But he's a monster, Juan. He has to commit to the gimmick.
But he doesn't need it anymore.
But then if he doesn't, but if you do that, you basically, but then you take away the monster, and he's just French Canadian.
Be sent in the chat. No DQ match for Cody Diener and Eric Young. My advice: Eric trained with Sami Callihan, who's an expert in death matches, or the Nick Gage / John Moxley of Impact.
Oh,
it's better to call him the Moxley of Impact. Let's not compare either of these two guys to Nick Gage. That's insulting to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, but I'm still not forgiving him over the pizza cutter shit.
Oh God,
Absolutely rancid.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about the main event. And this is a one-on-one match between the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, challenging Alex Shelley for the Impact World Championship.
A world title match?
Yes.
Shit, everybody's throwing down.
All right, so, and this match was actually pretty good. Alex Shelley got in the early offense on Brian Myers, working over the right arm wrenching throughout a lot of the match, and the fans of Chicago were all loving it. Brian Myers was able to counter one of Alex Shelley's moves, pulling the rug right under him, and regain control of this match. When they got back from commercial break, we got some more back and forth action. Brian Myers at one point hit Alex Shelley with a spear, but was only able to get a 2 count.
Nice.
Yep. Alex Shelley then hit Brian Myers with the sliced bread, but Brian Myers was able to kick out after 2, and then Alex Shelley transitioned into the Border City stretch and forced Brian Myers to tap out. Your winner by submission, and still the Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley.
Hot damn, that's how you do it.
But unfortunately, this is Impact Wrestling, so the celebration can't last too long. Alex Shelley, unfortunately, was in the receiving end of another gang beatdown by Moose and Bully Ray, until finally we got the former Impact World Champion, the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and the Time Splitter, Kushida, to help even the odds.
It didn't last long.
It did not last long. The villains were able to turn the tides on all of them, with Bully Ray gouging on Josh Alexander and biting his forehead.
With PCO
Ouch.
nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
So go friggin' figure. Ow.
And as for Alex Shelley's tag partner, Chris Sabin, he was taken out backstage by none other than the current Impact X Division champion, Lio Rush.
So, no, like, I'm over here, like, I was actually literally asking, like, what the hell? If this is a proper beatdown, where the hell's Chris Sabin? Why isn't he there to help them out?
Oh, there he is. He's right there. Oh, wait, he's...
Oh.
Yeah.
That explains it.
But at least it answers your question. Do you like your answer?
Sucks, but that explains it.
Yeah, I know. And then the show just ended while they were still brawling, or rather... To put it in words from Tony Schiavone, we're out of time!
No. You invoke him, I invoke him.
All right, Juan, go ahead and ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, I didn't hear the bell.
Oh, that's because I had the volume turned down, but if you want me to ring him one more time.
Yes, please.
Sure thing.
There we go. Okay, now I feel better. All right, so this week's go-home show of Impact Wrestling started off pretty good, ended pretty well. Trinity gaining some momentum ahead of her championship defense against Deonna Purrazzo. Alex Shelley successfully defending the world title, even though it's a foregone conclusion because, come on, man, Alex Shelley's not going to lose to Brian Myers, not in my opinion. And we had a great debut of Samurai del Sol in Impact Wrestling.
Very
it was
nicely
awesome.
done.
Yes, indeed. Great action. The PCO stuff, of course, it was clunky. I really thought the whole manhunt thing was silly as shit. But they definitely made up for it by having a couple other segments and including the video package for Multiverse United, showing the best of Impact and the best of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Cool.
Now, this year's edition of AEW Fyter Fest, I really didn't care much about the opening match because that was thrown out the window. Great job, Elite and Bullet Club.
Thank you for not outstaying your welcome.
Yeah.
Get
The
away.
main event tag match was also a foregone conclusion because, they're not going to drop it to the Hardy Boys at the last minute before All In. But I like that they kept the storyline going with MJF and Adam Cole as to who's going to turn on who. That was pretty solid. And I'm going to say this again. If it weren't for Jericho being good of a talker, and if it weren't for Will Ospreay also being good of a talker, the whole contract signing segment would have been the drizzling shits because nobody cares about Jericho.
It would have been a dud. And even though Jericho does his hardest and his damnedest to make everyone care and worship him and give a shit about him, the fact remains, dude, you're over the hill.
Yeah, I know.
Ruby and his midlife crisis is showing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. They had other interview segments that were pretty well. But what's her face? Ruby Soho had a great one-on-one match. Had a good one-on-one match against Sky Blue, setting herself up to challenge for the AEW TBS title. So definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, like I said, it was a good go-home show before All In. Actually, no, I can't call it a go-home show because they have another show, Rampage. No, wait. Collision Saturday.
They're still doing Collision while they're in London?
I guess so.
Are they?
They have to.
Jesus, jumped up Christ, man.
I mean, that would be cool. It's probably gonna be taped in advance.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Now, this year's edition of NXT Heatwave was amazing. They started off with a great match, ended with a great NXT Championship match. The mixed tag match with Dirty Dom and Rhea Ripley versus Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria was purely awesome. All the other segments were great, save for the Creed brothers infiltrating Schism. I thought that was so damn ridiculous. They also had other matches on the other matches that were, it was all right. Von Wagner never got his match against Baron Corbin because he got speared by Braun Breaker. So that's still happening.
Ooh, how dare he?
Yeah, and the Heritage Cup match between Noam Dar and Nathan Frazier, with Noam Dar winning back his Heritage Cup. I didn't really care because anything involving the metaphor is just irrelevant.
It seemed too doofy.
It seems too goofy.
It's too doofy for its own damn good.
All right, so that's going to do it, folks. So I do have a couple of announcements to wrap up at the end of August. Los Amigos Play will be coming back this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern as we continue our Let's Play with Asura's Wrath. Here's to hoping we don't get any more copyright claims from any assholes out there trying to take our money.
I'm going to tell you right now, odds are it's definitely going to happen.
I know, jerks.
But we're counting on you folks to help us out with that by supporting our videos of Los Amigos Play. Watch it, share it. Comment on Los Amigos Play content.
Absolutely.
Try to fight back against the almighty algorithm and help us in order to beat that stuff. That way we can get through these dumb, provably false copyright claims that we've been trying to work against since we got started playing Asura's Wrath.
Exactly. And on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, you know what? I'm going to go for broke. We're going to talk about the main events for this year's Impact Wrestling's Emergence and AEW All In.
Holy shit, you
Wancho,
mean it.
Are you all in?
You mean it, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I hate you. Why would you do this? I thought you cared. I thought I meant something to you.
Oh.
Why would you do this? Okay, I know why. Because you're a sadist.
It needs to be done, Juancho.
Yeah, I know it needs to be done. I know it does. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
All right, with that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casadona, as he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, the home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm Jose Casadona. That was Water